Turning now to the hot scandal-fueled Virginia's Attorney General race. Violent text messages by Democrat candidate Jay Jones have resurfaced and taken center stage. They won't go away. He fantasized about killing Virginia's Republican State House Speaker and about the deaths of that Republican's children. Jones apologized during a debate last week.
You're also going to hear from my opponent about text messages that I sent that I deeply, deeply regret. Let me be very clear. I am ashamed. I am embarrassed. And I'm sorry. I am sorry to Speaker Gilbert. I'm sorry to his family. I'm sorry to my family. And I'm sorry to every single Virginian.
Jay Jones sent those text messages to a Republican colleague, even though she asked him several times to please stop, to which Jones replied with, LOL. Here's Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin.
He's asking for Virginians to vote for him for the job of top cop, the people's protector, and yet he wanted to put 2 bullets in the head of our former speaker. That is disqualifying beyond any possible claim for that job or any job in public office.
An average of polls shows Virginia's current Republican Attorney General, Jason Miyares, is up by 0.3%. Wow, that's tight. And now he's in focus right here. First of all, how has this changed the race, if at all?
Well, I think it's changed the entire dynamic. It's no longer, Republican versus Democrat. It's about a test of decency. That's what's on the ballot in Virginia. This Saturday was at a JMU ODU game and had several people tell me, we're Democrats, we're voting for you, as one mom shared with me. This is about whether Virginia is going to be a laughingstock to the country if somehow Jay Jones gets elected, because I can't imagine somebody in this job where your number one job as Attorney General is to stop violence, and then be somebody that advocates for violence against a political opponent or advocate for it for their children. And part of what is so starking, and I think why it's captured the imagination across the country, is it's now a litmus test for us in America. I thought the most powerful exchange there, those text messages you put up, was when he was said, Jay, you're wanting Jennifer Gilbert's children, you're hoping her children die in her arms. And he said, yes, because as I've told you before, it's only through pain that change occurs. This past week was the 60th anniversary of my mother fleeing communist Cuba. And I remember her telling me in Cuba, when they were inflicting pain on people in Cuba, nationalizing the businesses and taking away their homes and jailing people, they all thought they were the good guys, but they thought inflicting pain was how they could change society. That mindset should never be in any elected official in the United States, because what it means is in this office, which is a nonpartisan office, your job is to lock up the bad guys. The idea that you'd want to turn into a partisan office shocks the conscience. So if Jay Jones was to apply to be a line prosecutor in any attorney general office in the entire country, he would not pass a background check. But he's asking Virginians to give him a promotion to be the top cop in the state of Virginia. It's why I think Virginians are going to pass the test. But this is now a test for the entire country. If people want to stop this insanity, they just go to standwithjason.com, and we could say no to this.
Look, that personal connection that your mom has, having seen something like this in her past, has to be enlightening for voters you talk with, as you said, on both sides of the aisle. I want to get to this. Jay Jones rolled out his very first ad following this text message scandal, and it came out just a short time ago this morning. Let's watch.
No one has done more for Trump's agenda in Virginia than Jason Miyares. Workers fired, prices soaring, healthcare slashed, and Jason Miyares cheers him on.
What's your reaction?
Tells me he doesn't even know the office he's running for. He's interested in picking fights in Washington. The reality is this is not a partisan job. This is a law enforcement job. Your first day in office, you're issued a badge. That's what I carry with me every day as Attorney General, working with law enforcement. We now know, as well as wishing violence on children, he's told a colleague he hoped to see cops die because maybe that would change how they police. It goes back to this idea that pain in his worldview is how change occurs. occurs. Nobody should be given political power that wishes violence on children. But think about this. One of the major aspects of my office is fighting human trafficking. How can you ever stand in front of a human trafficking conference, in front of victims of trafficking? So many of them are minor children, knowing this man has actually hoped for violence against the children of people he disagrees with on politics. And I keep a sign in my office in Richmond. It's a quote from Thomas Jefferson, and it's this: I have never found the difference of opinion in politics, philosophy, or religion as cause to withdraw from a friend. That's my philosophy. I'm not going to withdraw friendship, much less the gift of protection that I have as Attorney General. I'm an Attorney General for all Virginians. I've never asked a crime victim whether they're an R or a D or whether they ever voted for me. That's not my mindset. My mindset's to be the people's protector for all Virginians. His mindset is he wants this to be a partisan office to wage political war against people he disagrees with him. He's unfit for this office. He's disqualified himself. And that's why decency is now on the test in Virginia today for the entire country.
AG Miyares, I have to just put this out there. We are in an assassination culture as it's been described right now. We've seen 2 attempts on the current president's life, the killing of Charlie Kirk, Democrats and Republicans under threat. To have anybody in the race like this is not good overall. You said all eyes on Virginia. You were absolutely right about that. We were watching it. Thank you for being in focus.
Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.